Yo, what's up guys? I'm Gringo Ham. Welcome back to the Dark Souls 3 100% walkthrough. So you may be asking yourself why we're back at Archdragon Peak. Well, the answer to that is as I was going through our collection of spells, we do have some boss transitions left to do, but I realized that I totally forgot a spell over here, over by where Havel is. Havel. Just gonna truck it on past this guy. Got a roly-poly out here to deal with. Wait till he gets on the other side of this post here. Well, nice lock on. Gonna head back up here where we fought Havel. And I realized that I came over here and looked, but I did not drop down. So right here, you can drop down. There is going to be one more roly-poly over here. And here we go. Great Magic Barrier. Okay, so other than boss transposition, we are done with all the spells here. Now, remember there were a couple that you're going to have to play through the game twice to get because you get 2 spells and a ring and a spell from multiple bosses. So bear that in mind. And then we will also be having to transpose one from the final boss of the game, the Lord of Cinder. So anyway, guys, I will see you guys back at Firelink. Okay, guys, so we're back here at Firelink. Now, we want to talk to Ludleth. We've got a couple of spells we need to buy from him with boss souls. I do want to go over one of them, though. So you'll see here we need Seething Chaos from the Demon Prince. We also need Lightning Storm from Soul, the Nameless King. That being said, with the Demon Prince soul, you can also get Demon Scar. Now, Demon Scar is a blade, but it's also a pyromancy flame. Now, it's not going to be as strong as your standard pyromancy flame, but it does give you some nice flexibility in how you want to play. So, being that you're going to have to do 2 playthroughs for all the spells anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Soul of the Demon Prince. But I highly recommend you just go ahead and pick this up and then grab the Seething Chaos in your next playthrough. Go ahead and grab these 2. Now we're going to go see the Firekeeper and grab us a level. What's our next here? Our next is 71,395. And there we go.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak very well. Then
We're going to continue on with Attunement. We are going to take Attunement to 30 now. I will say at 27, your FP raises above 200. And with a Ashen Estus plus 10, you get 200 FP back. So at that point, you won't be wasting any more of your Ashen Estus. However, at 30, you unlock another attunement slot. So it doesn't make any sense to go to 27 attunement for the FP if you're not going to then continue to 30 for the extra attunement slot. And if you take a look here, 4 more levels will put us at 112, and then we'll need 10 more down here to get to 45. That'll put us at 122, which is right around meta. Like I said though, if you're not going to PvP and you want a PvE machine, don't be afraid to really crank these up. Put some points in intelligence and faith. You'll get your endurance up so you can wear some different armor, vigor, more attunement for more slots. There's really no reason to stay around meta unless you plan to PvP.
farewell, Ashen.
But anyway, in the last episode, we took down the Demon Prince, and from there, we get into what I consider really the Ring City DLC. Where we were at was kind of, it's the Dreg Heap, and it's kind of looks like World's End. But from where we're going now is really more of a city with a lot more to it. So let's get started. We're going to head on over to the Demon Prince bonfire. Okay, guys, so we're back at the Demon Prince bonfire. We're going to carry on from here. If you remember, after the boss fight, we picked up a banner here. We're about to use that to take another ride on the Gargoyle Express. Just a heads up, the area we're going to, you'll notice I have the Onyx Blade on. The bigger enemies are going to be weak to dark. Everybody else is kind of neutral to it, but also neutral to fire, so... we're going to go with dark for the majority of the area. There are a couple of hollow clerics down here that we'll use the Great Chaos Fire Orb for because they just demolished them, but that's kind of our setup for the area. Let's go ahead and hop on this Gargoyle Express. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do when you jump off is turn around. Got a Titanite scale there for you. And then we're about to meet some friendly preachers. They're all very creepy, but, you know, just talk to them. They're friendly. Here's our first one right here.
Hark. They brought thee here, did they not? Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect?
So it really doesn't matter what you pick here. The dialogue won't change, really.
Yes. Yes, of course. How wouldst one such as thee do service to the gods? I have intimate knowledge of thy kind. I know thy want. The dark soul, is it not? Why else wouldst one deign to visit this dung heap? Give rest to thy falsity. I would be an ally to thee.
Like I said, very creepy, very friendly.
If it is the dark soul thou desirest, then seek Filianor's church at the base of the cliff. There wilt thou the sleeping princess waken. Her slumber is a deceit, a lid covering an overgrown privy, a prop to keep thee from the dark soul of thine desire.
So remember that later. You'll understand that more later.
Worry not, I am a true friend to thee. If thou art yet human, the urge will soon begin to swell, to curse the gods and bring ruin upon this accursed heap of dung.
And that's pretty much all he has to say. We'll run into a couple of those. Go ahead and light this bonfire. Rest at it just so, you know, if we need to bone, we can bone back to this bonfire. Now, first thing we want to do is not actually go forward, but go back. So we're going to run down here, circle around. Be a nice little nook to hide right here. Now, the adjudicator up there is what calls these guys, and they'll shoot arrows in threes. So you just have to wait to hear the third arrow hit. The rune set there. And as soon as the third arrow hits, that's when you know it's safe to run. 2, and 3. And 3. You notice the guys on the left shoot a little bit slower than the guys to the right, so bear that in mind as you're moving forward. And up here, we'll actually have an enemy to take care of once we duck in here. Maybe 2 if he decides to cross over. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, he's coming to life. Let's let him come over. That way we don't have to deal with him later. We'll go ahead and take care of him now. We're in a nice little hiding spot here. Oh! Jumped a little too far out there trying to kill that guy. Stay behind the tombstones. That's okay. We haven't come far at all. Not a big deal. Go ahead and pop this ember, get our health back. And this time we'll be able to run all the way to that first section there. Should be able to anyway. We'll see. See if we make it without getting hit. There we go. I want to wait for the next opening because I wasn't quite ready. Alright, so this time we're going to stay good and tucked in. He's not getting up yet. Well, now he is. Go ahead and wait for him again. We'll just stay further behind the tombstones this time. There we go. Much better. And now we're going to take a jump. Now the trick is you want to jump before you reach the ledge, not at the ledge. Otherwise you'll overshoot and you'll fall to your death. Ooh, we undershot it, but we made it. Soul of a Crestfallen Knight there. We've got a crystal lizard up here. No, come back. There we go, we got him. So, normally you would land on that upper portion there. I messed up. So we're coming up on the adjudicator. The adjudicator does not like dark. The real trick is doing damage to him while he's got his archers out before he starts calling the melee guys. So, we'll get up here, throw a black orb at him. Make sure you roll a lot. He's called a melee. Let's get a heal off. Oh, here comes another melee. Timed that wrong. And that should take care of him right there. Oh, no, one more? Okay, one more. So if he doesn't call the melee down the stairs right there, you can always just kind of juke up and down. You know, hide here from the archers, pop up and hit the adjudicator. Rinse and repeat there. But you saw we got a divine blessing? Yes, divine is the one for health. And then down below, we've got a hidden blessing for mana. First, we're going to run over here and grab these items. Ember there. I believe there's a chunk. 2 of them. Blossoms? Nope. Soul. These are blossoms. And then down here we've got our hidden blessing. Just show you over here real quick what we were trying to hit. There's no item up there, so if you miss it and you land on the bottom, no big deal. We were actually incredibly lucky to land on the bottom. There are many times where I didn't make it at all. Just bear in mind there's also tombstones here, and these will block all the archers if you need to take a breather there on the way up. And now we're going to deal with more undead clerics. So the hollow clerics we'll meet later. They're more of a big deal. The undead clerics are really not too tough. Some will curse you.
Many of us are by the fire, forsaken. I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred, but like two eyes which gaze upon the other. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
So this is another one of our friendly preachers.
One was a wayfaring knight on an endless, forbidden search. Only the abyss granted closure, if not reunion with his beloved. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
So he just tells you these little short stories. Kind of an interesting little fella. But you can see up there, we've got our first of our undead clerics. You can also see another one right there waiting to get us. So we're actually going to juke this guy out of hiding. Their shove attack goes a long way, and they do have lightning. So they can be a little dangerous. What's most dangerous about this one is he's a trap. We're going to take him out from here. Because as soon as we go around the corner, another one's going to drop down from above us. There we go. Head on down here, and we should have 3 more, I think. Yeah. One off to the side here. One hanging up further down. And then one that'll come up from the end there. We're going to try to get this guy's attention here. See if we can get him to come up. No? No? You're not interested? There we go. I feel like that was cheating. There we go. I was actually kind of close, but we got him. Let's get some more FP here. We're almost to a bonfire, so we can chug away. We've got one up there. Go ahead and take care of him. Should have waited till he hit the ground before I threw that second dark orb. And then right here, he's going to come up. And we'll grab our purging stones. Those will come in handy later when we're trying to do the multiple endings for clearing the dark sigils. Go ahead and light this bonfire. And we've got a friendly NPC. Actually, we'll go ahead and rest. We've got a friendly NPC to talk to out here. We met him back at the Dreg Heap. It's Lap. He's still looking for that purging monument.
Oh. Well, fancy meeting you here. A true blessing that we should seek the same place and find ourselves standing here together. I've got the last of my brew. Let's have our own little toast with it. To my search, and to your duty, and to the joy that lies before us. All right then. Bottoms up. Now, I'm off in search of the purging monument. Once I find it, everything will come back to me. Who I was, what I lived for, what my name was, and what terrible grudges I held. I don't know. I just have this feeling that that's the kind of man I was. Oh, don't hold it against me. I only think I was. once I find it.
Okay, so just always exhaust his dialogue everywhere you find it. Grab our ember here. And now we're ready to tackle the rest of this area. Looking at time, I know we're at 20 minutes. This next area is very, very long. Got a lot to it before we get to another bonfire. I guess we'll go ahead and head on. We may just pick a nice little halfway point to end the episode at, though. But we've come this far, and it's way too short to call it here. So we've got a lot more of these undead clerics out here, and we're fixing to come upon the hollow clerics, which are a whole nother deal altogether. So juke this guy. Get him coming after you. Watch that shove move. It does go, it takes like 3 steps when he shoves, so. We've got another one here. This is a different one. He can actually, I called it Petrify in previous episodes, but I believe this is Curse in this game. It was Petrify in Dark Souls 1. But I think they call it Curse here. But anyway, the ones with the shards coming out of their back, they'll curse you, and that's instant death if it fills up. See, one ran down there. We're not too concerned about him right at the moment. We're going to free cast at this one. You're not going to catch us slipping while you're napping. Head down here, take care of this guy through the door. That's the curse one. We'll make sure we deal with him. And now, I have another one that jumps through the door at us. I was lucky to get the lock on there. Okay, so welcome to the first encounter with a ringed knight. So these guys have some pretty cool gear. They have some really cool weapons, specifically the twin ring knight greatswords. Keep them at a distance, spam them down. Look at that, ring knight gauntlets, first kill. All right. They can do a lot of damage up close. Some of them have a shield knockback with their great shield. Some of them have a fire attack with their shield. We're gonna stop here and plunge attack this guy. We'll have another one that drops down at us. Fire at least one dark core venom, then get our sword out. Come on then, buddy. Nope, you lose. Okay, so here we go. Time for hollow clerics. Now, they're going to look pretty easy the way I take care of them, but if you don't have Great Chaos Fire Orb, you're going to have a hard time here. Now, the thing about Chaos Fire Orb is that second tick will go ahead and finish them off. If you hit them and they don't die, they'll turtle up and heal themselves, as well as put some damaging circles down that will kill you. So there's a couple of items in here that we have to kind of drop down to get. So while you can run through this area, I recommend we go ahead and take all these guys out, since we can get them in one kill, one shot per kill here anyway. But there's 3 of them on this upper layer, and then there's going to be another one down below. The biggest thing to remember is don't stand in the circles. Do quite a bit of damage. Okay, so that will take us down to the bottom where a ring knight is. However, you can see an item there. You can only get to that by doing a jump maneuver here. Now, once we drop down here, there is another cleric. Yes, right there. And he's going to see us and start casting the circles. So we have to run and jump through the window, which we may miss and fall, possibly. But we're going to try. Hey, all right. There we go. Took care of him. So we've got our item over here. Twinkling. And then down below we have another ring knight. I'm going to cheese him because we are a caster and that's what we do, right? So he'll be wandering around. See if we can get a bead on him here. Usually he's actually walking around. He seems to be stationary right now. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Go ahead and chug up here, and I'll drop down here. There we go. Now he's moving around. I don't think he can hit us up here. Spears have a very limited moveset, so we're kind of lucky there. And plunge him to finish him off. There we go. Easy cheesy, right? Come over here and get our shriving stone. And now, we've got kind of a gauntlet to do here. That being said, we're going to switch out to the fire weapon because that's going to do better plunge attacks on heralds, and we've got quite a few heralds out here. The first thing we're going to do, though, is run directly across to the left and deal with these guys. Come on, buddy. Come over here. You can't hit me through the post. You may as well come over here. Alright, took care of him. Go ahead and heal up here. We've got a ring knight around the corner. I'm going to go ahead and take care of him before we come back and deal with the heralds. We've also got an NPC here to meet. And honestly, after we do the ring knight and the invader over here, probably a good time to call the episode and finish it in the next. So this guy's got the big knockback with a shield. Definitely want to keep him at range. Grab a couple of Titanite chunks here. We got lucky there and got an Estus. We talked about that in the comments, by the way, guys. In Dark Souls 1, randomly you would get a humanity from an enemy. That's not how it works here. How it works is you will randomly get a Estus. So, we'll notice this guy. We've seen him before. We've fought him before. He's just got a different name. Seeker of the Spurned. Originally, I believe it was Alba. Oh, nice. Lost the lock on. Yeah, he's got the Murakumo and the Arbalist. Pretty easy to deal with. He didn't really fire his crossbow, though, so I kind of got lucky. Wolf Ring +3, and then the Black Witch's Garb. Black Witch looks a lot like Carla's, just a different color. Matter of fact, let's show it off real quick. It's all the same weight, I believe. Might just wear it for a while. Has less versus strike and slash, more versus thrust, more fire, less magic, less lightning, more dark. There we go. Yeah, we'll wear that for a while. Why not? Good to change it up. I did get... Yeah, I picked up the armor set. I'm wearing the armor set. Good grief. What a brain fart. Alright, guys. So we're at about 30 minutes here. And we do have quite a long way to go before we head back to a bonfire. So I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll continue taking on this area, get to the next bonfire, probably clear a good chunk of this area out, and then open it up for 2 bosses later on. So Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit me up in that comment section down below. Till the next video, thanks for watching.